Mersh.
Plaza, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Revenge of the Cis program. He is Royce. I am Mersh.
I'm glad it's working now because up until a second ago, because Rumble's such a great running company, all they were getting was a static image, and it finally just kicked on right at the beginning. So it looks like it's working now.
Hey, there we go.
Whatever. But whatever, it's fine.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program.
You guys can see us, right? No, seriously. I got one of those. I got one of these. I'm sure you've gotten these before, Mersh. One of these application error client-side exceptions on the studio.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm double-checking right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Good. Looks like
Oh,
it's up.
boy. My feed is empty. No, it's not.
There
Okay.
it goes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus
It's there.
fucking Christ. Sorry we're late,
Okay, no,
guys.
I see it.
Sorry we're late, guys. Everyone on the street could tell you it was not our fault. Not our fault
No.
this time. Oh, no,
No.
it was not.
No, it was, it's not good.
Yeah. I'm feeling very front page of Rumble right now, which is disrespected.
Because of the
No,
pedo guy that plays the video games?
because right now it's
Nice.
currently ruining our Russell brand. So,
Hey, bop, double shot. Get him.
fucking ass. You saw him fucking doing that video with Rabbi Shmuley, fucking Russell Brand.
You know, could I just work in real quick too, Royce? If you keep letting them stress you out, you're going to be a real silver fox.
So much. You so fucking much. Look, anything's better than being a lumpy potato.
Oh. That's not nice. No, what happened with Rabbi Shmuley? Oh, with Russell Brand. I did see that where he's like, oh, Jesus, mate. It's a Judeo-Christian thing, mate.
Oh, so you did see it.
We're both right, we said. All right, isn't it?
No, we don't. Listen, I'm not saying Russell
I
Brand.
met him through my girlfriend who's a Rothschild.
Guys, we were in SHOT Show, and I don't know if you know this, but we were kind of hanging out with Chris Jericho, friend of the show, Chris Jericho. Oh, Mersh has to go because Chris Jericho. He told me not to talk about it. He said I will not be on the same screen as that fuck Chris Jericho.
Man.
What's going on with that
Jericho.
noise? Yes, the Chris Jericho. That's right, the Chris Jericho. Well, here's what was happening, right? We were sitting at the at the Mandalay Bay, R.I.P. We're sitting at the Mandalay Bay. Like they have like this little bar that's like right by the That's like they have this little bar that's in the middle of the casino, but there's also like this stage, right? Like at the end of the thing.
Yeah.
So there was like a cover band playing, and they were actually pretty fucking good. And there was a cover band. You good?
No, I'm not. We'll talk off the air.
Okay. There was a cover band. There was a cover band playing at this place, and then I see a guy standing there, and I go, who the fuck is this Chris Jericho wannabe? So then I look over there, and he turns his head, and Mersh goes, and Mersh goes,
I think he sent you a message.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
That's fine. What was I saying?
So Mersh notices him and goes over there.
Okay, yeah. So Mersh something. He goes, sorry guys, we had a bunch of issues with. You saw before. I'm just glad we're live. So just bear with us. And also, we got in at 5 a.m. today. So anyway, I go, man, that guy looks like a Chris Jericho ripoff, whatever, right? And then he turns his head and goes, that fucking Jericho? And then Mersh goes, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go look. And he walks over there, and it is. And as soon as he turns his head, I was like, oh fuck, that's fucking Chris Jericho. So I take a photo. I take a photo of it, and Jesus Christ, guys, I'm really sorry. Today's been a fucking hot mess. Not our fault, by the way, just so you know.
Mondays.
Yeah, no, seriously, and it turned out to be him. It was weird because like he was just like he was dressed up in his like full gimmick, you know. And I'm like, so I guess he wanted people to walk up to him, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, something else. If you look at the photo, Chris Jericho, kind of short, right, for a wrestler.
Yeah, how tall? I'm gonna look.
Maybe,
him up. I wonder how
yeah,
tall
maybe
he is.
it's just Mercer's taller than him, and Mercer's a little taller than me, I guess. But yeah, short guy, bow-legged, really nice though. Don't know what he was doing in Vegas. But anyway, man, this has just been a rough start today. Bye, guys.
Day.
If it's one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. So I'll tell you what. Why don't I do this? Because I wanted the other stuff. I kind of want to go through when Mersh hops back on. And so here's what I'm thinking. Should I start with the airline stories, or should I start with the Vegas stories? What do you think? I'm gonna. God,
Maybe the airline.
okay. So I want to say I'm gonna make
that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a statement here. By the way, to all you fuckers, before I say this, because on Twitter this weekend, every time something stupid was going on in Spirit, I was like taking a picture of it or tweeting out because I wanted to remember to talk about it on the show. Because I'm flying Spirit Airlines now. I'm gonna wait before I say the next thing. Because I said this earlier on Daywave, but that isn't really, we have people that can't listen to both, and that's fine. But I'm gonna wait for people to. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm gonna wait for people to do the typical. Wow, you're poor. Why would you fly Spirit? Who would fly Spirit? Boy, you sure are poor. What a poor fuck. Oh, man, Spirit, not even once. Spirit's the worst. Yeah, guys, I know Spirit's the worst. So before I continue my fucking story, I want to be very, very, very clear here. I only fly Spirit when there is no other option to fly Spirit. I am not a guy who gives a shit about saving money. I am a big believer. I would rather spend more money and be comfortable than save a couple fucking bucks.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good, man. Save a couple bucks on Spirit Airlines. So before we continue this next story, I wanted to be completely and utterly clear that you could stop right here with all the you're poor. You could stop right here where you guys don't know what you're doing. You could stop right here with all that, okay? We had no choice. We flew Spirit. Okay? Now we can continue with the story. So we get on we go, and since this was kind of a last minute like booking thing, you know, because we were like, are we gonna go? We're not gonna go. We finally did it. So normally when we fly Spirit, we get those big front seats, you know. We couldn't get them because it was like too close out, and of course everyone was going out to the shot show. So good luck. We're on the airplane. It's nighttime. It's dark. Now, Mersh, normally what I do is if we can't get the big front seats, we always try to book the seats. We're like, you know, Mersh will get the aisle and I'll get the window, or vice versa, and we keep the middle seat open because sometimes you get lucky and no one wants the middle seat, so nobody sits in the fucking middle seat, right? Fine. So on the way there, I was sitting by the window. Mersh was there, and we had some fidgety little Hispanic lady in the middle that kept just little Mexican jumping beans with her arms. She kept getting up. She had to use the bathroom like 4 times. So Mersh had to keep
somebody,
getting
and
up.
we thought she was going to be the worst one.
No, I fucking wish. So, there's someone doing now. What's it called, Pessy? Is it needlepoint? It wasn't crocheting. Crocheting's not right. Is it needlepoint?
Cross stitch.
Yes, that's what I could not.
Thank you.
It was bothering me. I could not figure out.
Cross stitch.
That's what it was.
Home sweet home, live, laugh, love.
Now, Mersh, do you remember? Let's see if you remember this. Because do you remember what she was cross stitching? Because I do.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah. I found because I found no. Say it while I pull it up. What was
it? Was a Corona. It was a bottle of Corona.
I found it. This is so it was a little kit like on how to do it. Like it was like a. I guess.
No, honestly, it wasn't even this fancy because there was no hand.
Okay,
it was literally just a plain bottle of Corona.
There was no hand because she wasn't done stitching it in Mersh yet. You don't even know there might have been a hand eventually.
Good point.
So she's doing that. Which listen, I'm not a fucking an asshole. Like I understand on flights some people are going to turn the little dome light on because people want to read. That doesn't bother me because whatever, it happens. You're on a plane. Who gives a shit? But this woman had this light around her neck, right? And it looked like a lighthouse. And I have the photo.
It was obnoxious.
This is what
she had a fucking like miner's light on her forehead.
And not only that, it was
on her neck.
It was literally pointed right in Mersh and I's face. Like it was pointed right at, as you can see. It was
Can we give a shout out to the beautiful framing Royce did in this photograph?
Yes.
Where you just get my frustration is just oozing off of me in the foreground.
Well,
I'm staring right at her.
Look at Ray Ray. Look at Ray Ray. Did you see that?
That's fucking hilarious.
That
a giant fucking ball of yarn. He always adds this goofy shit.
So, she eventually, to be fair, she did eventually turn it off. She didn't have it on that long. I think she kind of picked up the vibe that everyone was like, because there was a lot of like sighs around her. It wasn't just us. There was a lot of people going like the grumbles, and she picked it up because some people were grumbling in Spanish. She was Mexican, by the way, and also Mersh was absolutely hitting on that girl next to him, and she had to be like, I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I was totally hitting on her.
Bro, that bitch was so conceited for an ugly Mexican chick. Mersh was being
I was making conversation because that's what I do.
Yeah. He was being, bro, and I was listening to him. So Mersh was in no way hitting on this woman. He was just doing your typical, like, Spirit Airlines, am I right? Like, just being normal guy.
And then I made the mistake of asking, what brings you out to Vegas?
You should have done that.
I think we can all agree is literally one of the most sane questions.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally, everyone's in Vegas for something. It's called conversation.
Yeah. So I'm here to see my boyfriend. And you're like, all right, I don't care,
It's fine.
So we'll tell some of the stories about when we're in Vegas, but let's just do the whole Spirit arc, I think is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So Mersh and I already get off that flight, and Mersh, if I could have gone back in time and told younger us that why are you complaining? This is nothing compared to what the horrors you're about to experience on this fucking airline. So we coming back now. It's a red eye. Now I don't mind red eyes. I know you don't mind red eyes either, Mersh. You're a night owl anyway. You would rather fucking leave at night and sleep on the plane, or like just then get up early. So
well, also planes are just more peaceful at night.
Yes. Yeah. Well. They are.
Most of the time. I'm just saying most of the time people are at least docile and they're not all fired
But not
up.
if the plane is filled with people from the heart of Africa. So we're sitting there and bro, Mersh, tell me you didn't get excited for
I forgot to tell my part of the story.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
When we were at Orlando Airport, Royce, Mr. I have TSA clear.
I do. This story. Okay, yes, go ahead. This is
fucking
great.
Piece of shit Royce, who I kept thinking, how is he going to make this flight? I didn't know he had clear. It was over 45-minute wait to get through TSA at Orlando. I was in that line for maybe 30 minutes. Royce is like, I'm right behind you, dude. I'm parking now. And I'm like, I don't know if you're going to make it, dude. Like, this is a long-ass wait. And whatever. So I'm waiting online. I finally get to where we're, branching off and we're getting close. This fucking Puerto Rican lady just starts, I see her. She's ducking under all the ropes.
Yes.
just cutting everybody.
Oh, this
And
is
she
so
ducks
good.
under all the ropes and gets in front of me of all people.
This is so good.
And then she's like, hello. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because everybody was just looking at her. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? And she goes, I'm sorry, but I have to get ahead of the line. I'm going to miss my flight. I was like, I don't give a shit. That's not fair to everybody that's been waiting 45 minutes. Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, rather than say anything back to me, she literally just ducked under another rope and went in front of like 2 other groups of people. And I was like, oh, this bitch.
You know what the funny
And
part is?
I
I was thinking about this, Merce, just that segment there. You're one of the few. You're probably, and I would too. But we're probably in the small minority of people that actually would say something, and because as you notice, most people would just rather stew and not actually speak up because everyone's afraid of a confrontation.
Yeah, and I actually said something to the other people in the line, and I was like, is anyone else going to say anything? And everyone just had their heads down, and I was like, does anybody have any dignity here? And nobody was saying anything. So I was like, whatever, man. I was just stewing. And we finally like get through the queue, and then we get down to where, and I waited till she was like at the front
How many
of the
minutes?
line.
How many minutes do you think you waited from when she did it before you told on her? I'm just curious how much you fucked her.
11 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, go ahead.
So then we get to just right around the corner, and there's 2 ladies from the TSA just standing there talking, and I did the old, excuse me, and they're like, oh yeah, what's going on? And I'm like, that lady over there just cut the line like from way back there. I'm like, you can ask anybody here. I'm like, am I lying? Anybody? Am I lying? And they're like, no. And they're like, which lady? I'm like, she's got 2 phones. She's talking on the pink one, and she's scrolling. And they went, okay. And at first they didn't like. I was like, are they gonna do anything? They were waiting for her to get to the next edge.
Oh, so she waited longer. So she had to even
Had
wait
another 2,
longer?
3 minutes.
Yes. Oh,
And I'm like,
the best.
I'm stewing, and I'm like, are they even gonna fucking do something? And as soon as she got to that edge, they were like, excuse me, ma'am, you're not allowed to cut the line. You have to get off the line. And she was like, but I got it. And they're like, doesn't matter. You got to get to the back of the line. And you just saw this like, she just walked away with these ladies, and everybody just kind of looked at me like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, any one of you could have done that. Just saying, like any one of you could have done that.
So Merce goes through
So,
all
yeah, I
that,
got it.
and then I pull up next to him right because literally I got to the front of Clear as soon as Merce got to the front of the line. I'm like, "Sup?"
I was like, this piece of shit.
The truth is, the reason I have Clear is just the new credit card I got like offered it for free, like they reimburse you if you sign up for it. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get Clear. They're gonna pay for it. So, oh, that felt good. That's always good when people get their comeuppance because rarely do you see it. And like right away, like instant, like fucking karma. Well, 15-minute karma, which made it better. So we're flying back, and again, this is one that was just like we actually look. Hey, can I say shout out to our buddy Mike? He rules. Like he's like. He let us fucking hang out.
Oh, Mike is awesome.
Bro,
what a nice dude.
Bro, he let us.
What a maniac.
I got to tell you, we were like, because, our flight was at 9 and we were, we're checking out at noon and we're staying at the Mandalay Bay. And I was like, and then, what you have to do normally like that when your flight's late is you have to go to the front, you have to hold your bags for you. And it's annoying. And then he goes, no, man, because he's a fucking high roller. So they just give him shit. And he goes, I'm leaving at 5 a.m., but here's the key to my room. Just fucking go to my penthouse. Drop your bags off. You don't have to. You leave whenever you want. I'm like, oh, okay. So we go up there. The penthouse, by the way, was fucking baller. Okay.
Yeah, it was super nice.
I mean, it had a really good view of that music festival. So when we were really good view of that music festival, and if you're in the penthouse, they let you open the windows. You didn't have to knock down the bulletproof glass on the 38th floor.
And so help me God.
Yeah.
If I hear one country song. Yeah.
So we were lucky, and when we got to the airport, it was awesome. Like, it was one of those few... Dude, there was, like, no line at the airport. We got in. We sat down. We ate. Like, bro, it was great. So I was like, all right, so the worst thing we have to do... And Mersh and I are already going like, dude, isn't it awesome? We're flying back. It's like it takes an hour less to get back because of the tailwinds. And we're like, all right, we're going to get back. We're set. We sit down. I'm able to book us on the way back these exit rows, right? So
can I tease
Sure.
what you're about to tell?
Yeah.
Everything that we did up to this point was not as petty as what he's about to tell you.
No, not even close. So, not even close. So, I get the exit row. We sit down, and I'm sitting. This time we're the opposite. I'm sitting in the aisle, and Mercer's sitting by the window, and we have some hope because we hear the flight. Someone walks up to the flight and goes, "Do you have any exit row seats?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's 2 middle ones." And I look and I go, "Oh, it's this one and that guy over there." I go, "Maybe no one has these seats. Maybe we get fucking lucky." You know. More hope happens because this. Not the guy that was sitting next to us, Mersh, but do you remember the other black guy that walked up to the flight attendant? And this other 6 foot, whatever, 5 black guy walks up to the flight attendant and he goes, "Oh, excuse me." And this isn't me making fun of him. This is how he talked, okay? "Oh, excuse me. You got any exit rows?" And she goes, "Yeah, we have 2, but they're middle seats. There's, this row and this row." I'm like, here I'm going like, "Oh, fuck. We're fucked now. Here we go." But he goes, "Can you just give it to me?" And she goes, "No, it's $50. Like other people paid for it. I can't just give it to you." He goes, "No, fuck that." And he sits. Now, it just so happens, this is how he sits. That's the guy with his legs in the aisle that you're seeing there. Mm-hmm. On the entire flight like that. Sits there. So, whatever. I go, "Oh, man, that's annoying." And then and I don't know if you did, Mersh, but I had that moment of hope where you're like, we might not get someone in the middle of us. We might actually fucking be chill, right? And then I hear, "Excuse me, that's my seat." And I go, fuck. So this guy was like, what, like 6'3"? He was a tall guy, right? Big, tall dude. Black guy. How would you describe who he was dressed? I would say SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, kind of more just like dirtbag black guy. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Just kind of like not hood, but dirtbag.
Right, what's the fucking, like a black guy who would play guitar in a punk band, ironically.
Like, no, like just got out of jail and his grandma's paying for his fucking flight home after he got out of jail.
So
kind of look.
Yeah, so he sits right in the middle of us, right? Now, I think he was on something. I think he was on a bunch of edibles or whatever because he was out. Like, he was just fucking out. Remember, he just passed out at one point, just passed out. So he sits down in the middle. And I have never seen a least courteous person in the middle seat than this gentleman.
Even for a black guy.
Even for a black guy. And that's the monkey bars are very low. So when we're sitting there, and again, this is our view. So we're sitting, there's our view. He is doing the man spread, but like ridiculous, like to the point where Mersh was like this against the window. In half of me, I put my armrest, and half of me, I'm sitting like this with half of my body, like this is my chair. Half of my body is in the aisle because this
person
was being that kind of person. And
what kind of person?
Massless partygoer behavior, bud. So, fine. Now, again, before anyone goes, do something about it. The one thing that, Mersh and I always say, and you said it the other day too, Mersh, we do not fuck around on airplanes because we need to fly to places. I'm not going to be on the no-fly list. I'm not going to get deboarded on a plane. It is not fucking worth it to me. And and trust me, we are outnumbered on that airplane. There is more of them than there is of us.
More of what? I'm just teasing.
Youths. Then they're on the plane. So anyway, so we're sitting there, and I thought it couldn't get any worse. Mersh and I the entire time are looking at each other like, can you believe this fucking guy? What the fuck? And he's at one point he's passed the fuck out, right? So then I go and I reach down to get my bag. Now here's the thing, we had extra leg room. So if you think you have extra leg room, what you do is you stretch your legs out forward. No. He put his bag there and he's fucking whatever. So it's pitch black, right? I reach down to grab my bag that I had underneath the seat, okay? Obviously I can't see, and obviously he's encroaching on my space. So I reach down with my hand to grab my bag. What I end up grabbing is Brazil nuts. And I grab the Brazil nuts That's right. He's not. By the way, it's not like he came on the plane with sandals. No, he was wearing shoes and socks, which we're going to get to here in a second. And I was like, and I took a picture of it, and I go, Mersh, check your phone. Just check your phone. You'll see why I'm angry. And he goes, I see him looking, I see him go. And I see him just look down, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So I am this point, and I am like, holy fuck, this is the worst thing I have ever experienced on a Spirit Airlines, and that, like, saying something. I get off the plane. I am at this point. I'm uncomfortable. We couldn't. None of us could even fall asleep because it was impossible. The way he was sitting, we're fucking just exhausted. I get off the plane and I'm fucking livid. Mersh, because he was just a little bit behind me because he was in the aisle seat, in the window seat. He walks up to me and then he says, Mersh, what do you say? I see him angry, but also giggling. And I'm like, what happened? What's going on? Because I'm like, we both had that same experience. Why is he smiling? What did he do? So go ahead, Mersh.
So we're just, grabbing our stuff and we're heading off the plane and Royce is looking at me and he's like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it. Just keep walking. So we're like walking or whatever. And we just get a little bit further away and he's like, what? I'm like, I stole his socks.
He stole his socks. And I know he did. He's not lying because he had his socks.
Because I produced his socks and proceeded to throw them in the garbage at the airport.
He threw his socks in the garbage.
I'm petty, man.
Not in the garbage. Can I be clear? You threw it in the recycling. I saw you throw it in the recycling.
Oh, did I?
Which is funnier.
And then Royce was like, Kobe. And
Go.
then we just left.
I said Kobe, and then we fucking left. Now, look.
I'm the pettiest person on the planet on an airplane. Do not play with me.
It was one of the...
Can I just say one thing that I'm really angry about, though, is that I didn't get the desired outcome I wanted. Because this guy just woke up and was like, huh? And then just slipped his shoes back on and just got off the plane. Like, this guy was nonplussed about everything. Like, he was unbothered by everything. And I was just like, how is this guy so not bothered by shit?
Well, edibles, probably. And Pessy brought that up earlier because I told a little bit of the story on Daywave. It's like the guy was probably zonked out, And
true.
And honestly,
but I wanted to get, my whole goal was to get him to crash out on the plane. Mm-hmm. In my head, I had a whole different scenario. I'm like, I'll steal his shoes, then he'll wear his socks. He'll wake up and he'll be like, "Hey, can you just move for a second?" And then I was gonna move my bag and stuff and be like, "Yeah, sure. What are you looking for?" Whatever. And then I was hoping that he'd be like, "Yo, where the fuck am I?" I was hoping he was gonna melt down so I could be like, "Ma'am, this shoeless black man is scaring me." I was hoping to get him thrown off the fucking plane. We didn't get there, but at least the guy got his socks and threw them out.
And he probably needed those socks, Merch, because I don't know if you noticed how fucking ashy his toes were. His toes were ashy. This guy was so black, his toes were ashy. He looked like he just one of those hot, when you walk on the hot rocks, hot coals.
Yes.
It was just the most unpleasant experience I've ever had on an airplane.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Don't stop being obnoxious. If you see me and Royce on a plane, don't be obnoxious to us.
Okay, now Mersh, I started telling the story, but I stopped because obviously you talked to him. So I had set up right before you walked off for a second the Chris Jericho thing, right? So we're sitting at the bar one of the first nights, and by this little band at the MJ Mandalay thing, and I say to Mersh, because we're hanging out, and I go, fucking look and knock off Chris Jericho over there. And then you look, and then I look again. I go, is that Chris Jericho? And Mersh goes, I guess I'll find out. And he gets up and he walks over. So what happened when you walked over?
Well, I hovered where he couldn't see me at first, and just tried to get a better look. And then I was like, oh shit, that is Chris Jericho. So then I just walked up to him. But yeah, I just went up to him and I literally just was like, oh shit. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, is this fucking real? And he's like, I mean, I think it's real. And I was like, oh shit. So I shook his hand and I'm like, you're fucking Chris Jericho. And he's like, yep. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. I'm like, I've been a fan since forever. I was like, you've been a big part of my life, man. I just wanted to say you're awesome. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. But I gotta say this. He seemed very skittish. Like, first of all, we all agreed he had no business at the Mandalay Bay. Like, we thought because there was a show going on that maybe Fozzy was there or whatever, or he knew somebody in the band. He was hosting the show. I thought like Chris Jericho was a part of some kind of show at Mandalay Bay.
To the point where I was looking up online to see if maybe he was performing there or maybe some wrestling thing was going on.
Me and Royce was sitting there brainstorming because Royce was like, I don't know, AEW. All right, what about GCW? All right, what about that?
Yeah.
What about that? And then, he looked up AEW and Fozzy, and then I said, what about GCW? And you were like, oh yeah. Let me look that up. And you were like, no, they're not doing anything. And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing it? So what's funny is Jericho just was walking around in the gimmick.
That's what I said. I said he wasn't trying to hide who he was, you know?
But he also seemed very skittish. Like I think he gets a lot of shit nowadays because he's, let's be honest, he's less popular than he's ever been.
Yeah, of course.
Like with people. So I think like he really felt like at first he's like, yeah. And then like once I was like, no, man, I just wanted to tell you I'm a huge fan, dude. I've been a huge fan since WCW. You're a big part of my life, man. Thanks for, all the years of entertainment. And he's like, oh, yeah, no problem, dude. Cool. Awesome. I was like, all right, man, have a good night. I just walked, you know what I mean? I left him alone, but he was very almost relieved.
Right.
Once I wasn't like, yeah, Dark Arts, fuck him, Mark, or like anything like that. Like, I think people fuck with him now. And I think he was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then no other shoe dropped. And he was like, oh, so he was just being nice. Okay, cool. And he just walked away.
But, so, yeah, man, I mean, it was fun. I again, man, big shout out to Mike. I mean, he's a real bro. Like, but he took us to some fucking awesome restaurants and shit like that. It was fun, man, and I gotta say, and the other thing is, man,
I'm taller than Chris Jericho, by the way.
Yeah, so people are asking, is Chris Jericho's you really 6 feet? I go, he can't be, because Mersh and I are 6 feet.
I'm not 6 foot,
and you were taller than him. So yeah, he's not. He's bow-legged though.
We're gonna call him the learning sapling.
Yeah, the Ocho. So
7.0 Ocho.
7.0, that's good. Chen RFC. You know what, Mersh? You just made the list.
I probably did.
Xander Invictus.
I definitely creeped Jericho out. It was very funny.
Okay.
I was like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, then maybe don't dress your gimmick. Wear it around the Mandalay Bay. People are going to recognize you, bro.
This is great. Is Xander Invictus, you ready? This is good, too. Cover band? So Fozzy was playing? Come on. That's fucked up, dude.
That's fucked up. It's accurate.
It's accurate.
That's fucked up.
That's friend of the show, Chris Jericho. That's friend of the show, Chris Jericho, you're talking about. The Beckloff. Royce, I'm not a morning person, so I'm glad you bumped Daywave to 4 p.m. This isn't Daywave. Gates up above. I go to Vegas to buy necklace lights for airplane trips. Scarface. So you were dealing with a real spring breaker pre-spring break? Yes, we were dealing with some South Beach spring breakers on the airplane. Charlie Horse, those are corns. You gotta butter and salt them. Ew! Oh, come on, that's fucking gross. What is wrong with you? Oh, no. These people are disgusting. Our fans are gross people.
Yes.
So look, I'm sure we'll remember more stuff about Vegas as it comes along, but there's a whole bunch dude, I wish that we could just talk about Vegas the whole show, but just so much stuff went on while we were not around. Like everything is being just speed runs,
Yeah, like we're speed running, completely wiping out the stock market today, which is tight.
That's good, right?
Not really.
Okay, did you see this? This is good. This is funny. So
this is a very different Donald Trump. He's leading a very different administration, the way he's attacking things. And the American public is very much more in line with him than they were at any point during his entire first term.
Well, I would say, correction, this is not a very different Donald Trump. This is a very different Donald Trump as being viewed by voters in this
In the way he's going about things with Susan Wiles leading things. I think he is, going at things in a much less disorganized fashion, much more organized.
Take me back in history.
take you back in history.
Watch this. They literally don't believe their own polls now. This is wild.
So it was so interesting to me that Donald Trump's first net approval rating of his second term,
By the way, Reuters, this is the poll that CNN loves you. They love Reuters. They love it.
is higher than his entire first term. And I was interested, has that ever happened? Has the second term net approval rating in the first month, have you ever had a higher rating than any net approval rating during the entire first term? Donald Trump.
He has a higher net approval rating because of what he's been doing in the first, like all the executive orders and stuff, than he had his entire other 4 years that he was a president.
Is the
I have a
only
really hard time believing this.
I have a really hard time believing. Did you hear her? I have a really hard time believing that people are happy that he's
because you're
doing
retarded. Because you're retarded and drinking the Kool-Aid, man.
I have a really hard time believing that people are happy that he's doing what he said he was going to do. That's
Yeah,
I don't
that seems
get it.
strange to me. I thought he was just gonna like hide like our old president.
had a higher rating than any net approval rating during the entire first term. Donald Trump is the
I have
only.
a really hard time believing this.
He started like Jiminy Glick. She got so high pitched her to sound like Jiminy Glick.
This is 100% true. I went back. I love spreadsheets. Donald.
Bro, this guy crushes pussy. He loves spreadsheets. This guy fucks. This guy fucks. This guy fucks for sure.
Trump's is the first guy ever whose net approval rating in the first month of his second term is higher than any rating that he had.
Look at her face. She literally will not accept it. Ma'am.
Yeah, you know what? She's doing that thing that women do. That when they don't listen to what you're saying and they're just kind of like slightly shaking their head as you're talking, and you're like, you're not even listening. You're literally in your head going, no,
an entire first term, Kate Baldwin. This is true. I don't make stuff up. The numbers are the numbers.
Numbers? The numbers?
Yeah, if there's one thing I'm very good at, it's numbers.
Dude,
panicking?
You saw Hegseth got in, and you saw how he got in? JD Vance had to be the JD Vance had to be the tie-breaking vote. And look, I'm gonna give
Oh boy, this ain't going your way, boys.
Can I give Vance credit? He did make me laugh. He tweeted something out that made me laugh. He goes, I thought I was done voting in the Senate.
All right, that's funny.
And he went out and he voted. So, did you
You know what'd be really
see-
funny? He should have tweeted and tagged Pete Hegseth and been like, yo, let's go out and have a beer.
Oh, that'd be great.
Let's go out and have a beer and celebrate, my man.
Did you see Vance on the clips of Vance on Face the Nation?
No.
Woo! Okay, watch.
Well, this is a country founded by immigrants.
Well, this is a country
This is a
founded
unique
by
country.
This is a very unique country, and it was founded by some immigrants and some settlers. But just because we were founded by immigrants doesn't mean that 240 years later that we have to have the dumbest immigration policy in the world.
Well, this is a country.
It's better. That's just a little start. She was, I don't know if you know this, very hostile.
Well, Margaret, I don't agree that all these immigrants or all these refugees have been properly vetted. In fact, we know that there are cases of people who allegedly were properly vetted and then were literally planning terrorist attacks on our country.
By the way, we covered that story. I remember that story. Someone that was let in, and they were not just let in, they were vetted. They vetted them and they go, yep.
They were fucking greenlit.
Come on in.
That happened during
They were greenlit, right, by the CIA.
campaign, if you may remember. So clearly not all of these foreign
No,
nationals
but there are
have been properly
30,000
vetted.
people in the pipeline, Afghan refugees.
But my primary
Do you stand by
concern
it?
as the vice president, Margaret, is to look after the American people. And now that
So
we
no.
know that we have vetting problems with a lot of these refugee programs, we absolutely cannot unleash thousands of unvetted people into our country.
These
It's
people are
not
vetted.
good.
These people are vetted. They're vetted. They're vetted. They do terrorist attacks.
They're already vetted. Shut up. They're vetted.
People are
vetted
vetted.
them.
Just like the guy who planned a terrorist attack in Oklahoma a few months ago, he was allegedly properly vetted, and many people in the media and the Democratic Party said that he was properly vetted. Clearly, he
Yeah.
wasn't. I
Yeah.
don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted, and because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got
Oh
here.
my God. They
It
just
wasn't
they
clear.
can't help themselves.
It wasn't clear if he was radicalized in Afghanistan or in Cleveland. I don't know which
Doesn't
one
matter.
of them. Does it fucking matter? Now I will give his answer because you could tell that I give JD Vance this. He is a very good debater. He is. He's very good. And he's also very patient. But women, as you know, will push those boundaries. Watch his reply. It's a meme now, his reply.
That was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really
But
care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't really. None of this matters. Here you go.
How do these people say the things they say out loud and like sleep at night?
You want money or blackmail or both? A little bit of both.
I think it has to be blackmail because I mean,
You think it's
money,
blackmail?
It even money can only take you so far. You know.
I would like to think that. I mean, I don't know if maybe we're the exception or maybe when you get more money, like maybe you change. But like, I don't think we're good examples because we've obviously would have been making more money if we've had like a couple of opportunities to really just sell the fuck out, right? We would agree. We had a couple, and we're like, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm not ceding control of this to fucking anybody. You know, this is our shit. No one else gets it. If anyone's gonna ruin it, it's gonna be us.
If anyone's gonna destroy me, it's gonna be me.
But I think that, and would you also agree that it has partly to do with they haven't had pushback for so long that, you know, when you tell yourself a lie long enough, they start believing that all their lies that we're saying were right, even though most of them knew they were lying. Like, they're not, look, I think a lot of them know that they're fucking peddling bullshit, right? But I think after a while, you start believing your own hype because it's one of those things where you tell a lie, and if everybody else believes it, you go, well, everyone else believes it, then it's true. So I can now
get your
stand on
point.
it.
I get your point, but when you find yourself saying things like, we don't know if he was radicalized in Afghanistan or Cleveland, like, you're telling me no matter how deep in the game you are, there's not a little piece of your brain that would kick in and go, oh, I sound fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I want to apologize. He was not radicalized in Cleveland. He was radicalized apparently in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
That's where all the ISIS terror cells are.
Guys, legal notice from Revenge of the Sis. He was not, in fact, radicalized in Cleveland. He was radicalized in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And then he later moved to Cleveland.
That's right, yeah. He commuted.
You think Cleveland's bad? Go to Columbus.
You think Afghanistan's bad? Go to Cleveland.
Yeah, you think Kandahar's bad? Have fun in the Midwest.
a lot of things that contributed to higher energy prices, and there was record oil and gas production.
Yes, Joe Biden did
But the price of eggs,
many terrible things
things that
to
people
lead to an
see-
increase in prices. I agree, Margaret.
No, but all the
Margaret. Saying her name is a good way to fuck with her.
Oh yeah, well that's a debate move. You know, that's the Alex Stein move. You know, thanks for having me. What's up, Greg? How you doing? You know what I'm talking about. It's just personalized.
Maniac, Alex.
Grocery store.
By the way, you know Alex hasn't drank since the night he hung out with you at Thirsty Horse. Did I tell you that?
Seriously?
Yeah, when I hung out with the Bubba thing, he goes, man, I was really fucked up with that Thirsty Horse thing. He goes, I have not drank since then, like, at all. And his girl's like, no, he really hasn't. He really, like, he was like, really, he's just been afraid of it since then. That was pretty funny. You hang out with Mersh once and you quit drinking for 3 months.
Well, good for him. Good for Alex.
Look, can you give him credit? He went punch for punch with you in terms of drinking. Gotta give him that. He did go punch for punch with you.
He was, yeah, we were.
But at the end, Mersh did not get asked to leave. He left on his own free will. He doesn't remember it.
Well, I was helped.
Okay, but what I mean is you weren't asked by the establishment to leave.
No, I was asked by my friends to leave.
Well, yeah.
I was told by my friends, we're taking you back to the
fair,
hotel and you're going to Betty Bay.
You were late.
Like, all right.
You were basically slumped outside of the fucking bar.
The best part of that story was Marie going, so we're in the fucking Uber with this guy, and then every once in a while, because Mersh was in the back passed out, he'd go, is he all right? And then like she goes, before I can answer, Mersh in a coma would go, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm fine. And he's like, is he going to throw up? And she's like, nah, he's pretty, you know what? He's going to be in pretty bad shape. I don't think he's going to throw up.
Nah.
Sure, I didn't throw up. But every once in a while, you just hear this death gargle and this, I'm all right. That's cool. I'm okay. I'm going to be all right.
And then Mersh would be like, I can actually drive. That's soft fun.
It's fine. I got this. You want to take a break?
Take over for the Uber.
Or what people touch and feel. That's what you were talking about, bacon on the campaign trail.
Of course. of course.
Those things, when do consumers actually get to touch and feel a difference in their lives?
It's been how many days? It's been 7 days. Guys, listen. Look. It took a few years to fuck this up. We got to give it more than 7 days, right? Like, come on.
Well, Margaret, how does bacon get to the grocery store? It comes on.
I don't know. I mean, fucking first they clock in at the police station. I mean, what? Fucking, I guess.
I would just love if she's like, how does bacon get to the grocery store? I mean, I don't know, like trucks.
Okay, watch this.
Bacon get to the grocery store. It comes on trucks that are fueled by diesel fuel. If the diesel's way too expensive, the bacon's going to become more expensive. How do we grow the bacon? Our farmers need energy to produce it. So if we lower energy prices, we are going to see lower prices for consumers, and that is what we're trying to fight for.
Man, you know, could I just say something? J.D. Vance just sounds like a raging Nazi.
He does. Honestly, he really does. And you want to know why?
Let me just.
Did you see the Catholic bishops come out and shit talk Trump for not being humanitarian with the deportations? Remember, the government gets a lot of shit for the illegal immigrants, but something that us, and can I bring this up? Somebody who was covering it for a long time was Alex Jones, and everyone at InfoWars was probably somebody else, was one of the first
Catholic charities and all that shit.
The Catholic charities are a humongous reason, because whatever the government doesn't do, these Catholic charities that you're giving money to because you think you're being a good Catholic, they're using that money to give these people phones, bring them in here, and then entice them to come into the country. These Catholic charities are just as bad as the government when they do this stuff. So these same bishops came out and they talk shit. Here's what happened.
Let me just address this particular issue, Margaret, because as a practicing Catholic, I was actually heartbroken by that statement. And I think that the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops needs to actually look in the mirror a little bit and recognize that when they receive over $100 million to help resettle illegal immigrants,
they use the majority of that to have sex with kids, which I thought was weird, because they were doing that for free before.
Are they worried about humanitarian concerns, or are they actually worried about their bottom line? We're going to enforce immigration law. We're going to protect the American people.
Yeah.
Donald Trump promised to do that. And I believe the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, if they're worried about the humanitarian costs of immigration enforcement, let them talk about the children who have been sex trafficked because of the wide open border of Joe Biden.
You personally
let them talk
support them
about
going into
people like
schools
Laken
and
Riley.
churches?
Yes, I support them going into schools and churches and pulling out illegal immigrants. Yes. Yes.
Who were brutally murdered. I support us doing law enforcement against violent criminals, whether they're illegal immigrants or anybody else. And
okay, yeah, I guess you're gonna throw a fucking Auschwitz guy over here. Come on, man. So, you know who's been really affected by this? Honestly, and Selena Gomez.
What?
Yeah, man, she's been really affected by this.
Okay, that was literally my last guess.
Okay, well, here you go. Here you go.
Just wanted to say that
Oh, yes, this is Selena Gomez. This is what she looks like now. This is not a fat...
That's not AOC?
No.
Oh, I thought this was a Cardiff Electric clip.
No.
What a great reference. She looks like a potato. That was very funny.
That was very good.
Potato looking bitch.
That was a very layered joke. I like that.
just wanted to say that
I just hate Stuttering John so much.
And I kind of really locked myself into this gimmick, and I don't really know what to do with it.
I guess I'll just feud with Chad Zumach, too. God damn it.
I'm almost 40, and I'm a potato. I like Cardiff. I'm just fucking around.
Oh, no, I love Cardiff.
Come on.
just wanted to say that I'm so sorry.
Oh, she's tried to kill herself. She has one of those semicolon tattoos on her wrist that the girls show.
Yeah, why are you apologizing to me? You try to kill yourself. You try to kill me.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do.
Is that what a semicolon tattoo means?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like a mental health thing.
I thought it meant you could only just put it in her ass halfway.
No, that's...
No, see, the problem is, Pessy, is that a tattoo of a red flag was too on the nose. So they went with a semicolon.
No, she actually likes to be airtight, so that way she's a twice baked potato.
Oh,
just wanted to say that I'm so...
By the way, something that should not be ignored is the little tiny "I'm so sorry" and then the Mexican flag thing she put over herself. I'm so sorry. By the way, you know, like only 30% of the people that are being deported are Mexican, right? Like you guys know that, right? It's not just
it's
Mexican.
a lot of Haitians. It's a lot of Chinese.
Venezuelans too. Okay.
So
we're gonna get through this. I know crying turns us on when it's a woman doing it, but we gotta get through this.
yeah, but could we get somebody hotter, like and younger, like a Sabrina Carpenter or an Olivia Rodrigo?
Why would Sabrina Carpenter ever cry? Who made her cry? I'll kill him.
That's true. They're dead.
They're dead. They're fucking out of the way, Sydney Sweeney. We have a new queen.
Just wanted to say that I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
so just so you guys know, I understand why she's sad, because like even though her mom was born in Texas, her dad, Ricardo Joel Gomez, was also born in Texas. So,
You're an asshole. You really had me. You swerved
You're a
me, you
piece
son of a
of shit.
bitch.
I get it. Yeah, her paternal grandparents emigrated to Texas from Monterey in the 1970s. So
Shut up! Oh my, fuck off.
She's third generation.
She doesn't even speak Spanish.
I wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are.
I'm so sorry that the majority of the country has had it with our bullshit. I'm so sorry that maybe we would have kept, you know, if we didn't do all this trans stuff and all this stuff that no one really cared about, we might have actually won. But we kept pushing it because we're stupid and we weren't reading the room. Because I don't know how much eggs cost because my butler gets them for me.
It's a banana. What could it cost? Like $10? You know, that used to be a funny joke.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
That was a funny joke on Arrested Development years
Now that's
ago.
how much it costs. Oh, prices have gone down.
You're getting attacked.
She's sad. She has to pay $150 more for lawn care now.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for her, you know.
Attacked.
No, man, Mexicans have been here so long that there's all the Mexicans do lawn work now are illegal.
It's true.
Children.
You're so pretty. Why would you film yourself crying?
I don't
To
understand.
give us boners, man.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't.
This is so, like, hysterical.
Hispanic hysterical, which is the worst kind. Female Hispanic hysterical is the worst.
She's crying about children. Oh, the poor children. Yeah. No, the poor children. So Dr. Phil should have left that Thai pedophile.
I have that.
Child molester. God.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Pessy.
Oh, yeah, that guy in Chicago that they got. The one that Holman showed up personally for.
Pessy didn't know this, but actually, that's exactly what I was going to juxtapose it with because I had it pulled up as the next thing. Here, check it out.
It's so. Dude,
These are the people that are getting deported. Which, by the way,
what's your name?
It's super weird that Dr. Phil is doing the ride along, right? That's weird, right? Here.
It is odd.
What's your name?
That's what's been so confusing is just it's like people are like protesting deportation and then everything about deportation I've seen in the news is like violent rapists, like gang leaders, and it's like
Well, they
what?
even, like, fucking, dude, Trump even backtracked, him and Holman backtracked, like, the tough talk about, like, rounding up every Mexican. Like, they basically said, we're going to spend most of the time at first going after all the, like, the legit criminals.
But by the way, and it's going to take a long time to get through how many are here. It's a lot. It is a lot.
No, but of course, it's smart to start with, like, the worst of the worst, because who's going to fight you? Except Selena Gomez, because she's a moron.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They should put plainclothes ICE agents in New York's subways. That would
There you go.
They're probably already there.
What's your name?
Seda what? You have a first and last name? Sam. Seda Sam? Yes.
Where you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where you born?
Thailand.
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported.
I've been in the system before.
Well, there's first time for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been charged with?
Charged where?
Imagine living in this country and getting deported by Dr. Phil.
I mean, it is the most American thing ever.
Before.
You know, it'd be even funnier if it's not even Dr. Phil. It's just that Adam Ray.
Oh
comedian
yes,
guy
that would be hilarious.
as Dr. Phil.
I swear.
Before.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer.
Were you ever arrested? Yeah, minor indiscretion. Okay, what was it for? I fuck baby.
Watch.
What?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom's a citizen.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
You Dr. Phil. You look like Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Wait, you're Dr. Phil. Yeah. Wait a second. Are you Dr. Phil?
That's,
do you know?
If I swear to God, if I'm Dr. Phil and somebody goes, "Oh, you're Dr. Phil," I'd go, "Oh, so obviously you also don't work for a living."
Yeah.
If you know who I am.
Got plenty of time to watch daytime TV.
Yeah. Obviously, someone's free at 3 p.m. every day.
Me.
No, I seen.
Don't worry, I'm syndicated in Bangkok.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr. Phil, you know, on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now watch why he's getting deported.
Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving children.
So hold on. An illegal alien is getting deported because of sex crimes involved.
Wait, but a guy from Thailand. I don't buy that.
Hold on. Selena Gomez, what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't.
Selena Gomez, don't
He's
worry.
walking the
You're a
streets.
woman. Nobody was expecting you to do anything.
No, I was expecting her to make it worse. Because she's a woman.
Sex crimes involving children. He's walking the streets of Chicago. Again,
Okay, first off, I was riding a stolen Huffy bike.
the downfall, the problem with the sanctuary city, that people like us walking the street rather than local law enforcement working with federal agents. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah. You've been charged with sex crimes with children?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Not really.
Look, sorry, that's a yes
That's
or
a
no.
clear yes or no.
It
Yeah,
was
that's
a
a pretty
prank.
clear.
It was a plank.
It was a plank.
Really?
It did. That answer is essentially like saying yes and no.
I did and I did
Well,
it.
yes and no.
I did and I did it. I did and I did it.
Did you take a bite of my burger? Maybe.
Maybe.
And never been deported?
Nope.
Huh. Let's take him in, process him, lock him up.
Oh wow, you never been deported anymore. I guess we're gonna have to break the ice. Bye, pedo.
Tom Rose, Mercedes, boys, girlfriend and I are going to Austin in October. Should we stay uptown or downtown? We've done both. I just recommend it's easier to get a nice spot like downtown. It's to walk everywhere. My opinion. Irish Serpent, will Selena Gomez be the next Mama JF? Maybe. We never know. Hound Seeker, most Mexicans want the deportations. Yeah, I know. Very aware. Champion Bugman, I'm going to edge until I drip blood on this tubby abuela crying. Yeah, Selena Gomez is just worried because now that she just looks like a fucking fat Mexican, they might just deport her by accident. Mersh, tell them about locals.
Hey guys, there is a wonderful, wonderful way that you can support this show, and trust me when I tell you, we saw some stuff today that we're not happy about. So we need you guys now more than ever. So $7 a month, and you get a whole access, like exclusive access. We got to archive like thousands, well not thousands, but over 1,000 shows.
Yeah,
and you get every Wednesday show. We're back, baby. We're going to be back all week. So Wednesday show, Friday show, half a Friday show. You're not going to get to see us unless you sign up. You got to give her the whole thing goes dark. RevengeOfTheSis.locals.com, or you go to patreon.com/we're not sorry. Like I said, sign up for $7 a month. It's basically how we make our living around here. So you guys can help us out and be what I like to call cool dudes.
You know, I noticed that we actually got a couple of people signed up over the weekend in the $25 category of the Patreon, which that was kind of cool to see. I haven't seen that in a while.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You could always
need to do something nice for them.
Yeah, we will. You could always give more.
I think on Fridays, what do you think about like if people give like 20 or more, 25 or more, whatever, like we like on Fridays maybe let some motherfuckers call in.
Yeah, we could do that. We can figure that out.
During the paywall, we just let them call in and then we can riff.
We can just riff with the boys. Just riff.
Do something special for them.
Hey, like, do me a favor, Pessy. Go get me Chicago Bear. We need a riffing expert, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we need an expert in riffology.
We need riffology, yeah. Riffology. And also, guys, rotcstore.com. Get our swag. If you want to be completely swagged out in our clothes, that is where you go get it. And JohnnyApple.com. We're not supposed to read today for them, but I still like to plug them because I used to shit all the time. And we took it to Vegas, which is awesome. Let me tell you how great Johnny Apple is. We never even had to go to Planet 13 because we had the gummies. And so we were like, oh, we're fucking set.
Yeah, we were fine. That was the first time we never went to a dispensary.
Because we had the gummies and we were chill, and I had a cart. But, also had a cart. But JohnnyApple.com, promo code ROTC, you're going to get 20% off any of their stuff. Why don't we go to break? We'll be right back with some more fun stuff. I got some more Wes Watson coming up, so you're going to want to stay for that.
Okay, now see, she didn't say good morning to me. So I put an orange dot on her boarding pass, which means they're going to search her anus.
I noticed you also circled a bunch of things on her ticket. Why did you do that?
Because otherwise, the line moves too quickly. You see, the whole thing we're going for here at the TSA is a sort of board fascism.
I think I can handle that. I did not tell you to approach.
Great job! The worst thing a passenger can do is approach your podium before you tell them to. As bad as those 19 hijackers were, the people we see here every day are much worse.
Boy, Larry, there's a lot to remember. I hope I don't screw something up.
Trust me, you have nothing to worry about. You're basically unfireable.
What do you mean?
Come on, Meg. Look around. You're the hottest person who works here.
Oh, wow. Now that you mention it, everybody does look kind of dumpy.
That's not entirely their fault. They're all told to wear a pair of their dad's pants. Oh, speaking of which, tomorrow, bring in a pair of your dad's pants.
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. Hi, guys.
Hi.
We'll be having fun. Second hour. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up. This week, actually, there's so much prep today. I know for a fact we're not going to get to everything because a lot of fucking shit happened and more stuff's going to be happening. I mean, every day with just Trump said that he's going to 87,000 IRS agents that they hired, the new ones, will not be put to work in the IRS. He said he's either going to fire them or they could go work at the border.
Oh, boy.
I swear to God. You know the 87,000? He goes, we're not going to implement them.
Oof.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
That poor guy in the wheelchair.
Greg Abbott? This is, did you see Trump with the mayor of L.A.?
No.
Okay, check this out.
Months is no good. And the number one thing that we are going to do immediately, and you will see this happen, is to clear out the debris. And you know, we're concerned right now over the weekend because of the potential rain.
So you guys are getting rid of you guys are just getting rid of LA in general because that's all debris.
Yeah.
But we are going to
you're just going to get rid of all the homeless encampments? Because I would consider all that debris.
as fast as we can, but we want you to be
Look
safe.
at Trump's face.
We want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can,
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
They can't, by the way. They're not letting you go to their home. They're arresting you if you try to go to your home. The fire's done, by the way.
do it because by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's
Right.
going to be 2 years.
If a family...
The people are willing to get a
Man, I love how he is like not even letting him. You put it, no. I'm the president.
Not only that, and he's also, look, the one thing that Trump knows is real estate. And when he's bringing up a good point, he goes, with all these permitting, it's going to take him like 2 years to get to even do anything with their house now.
Well, not only forget about how much time it's going to take, but it's more cost effective to allow citizens to clean up their own properties.
Yep.
Like that's literally, there's a reason why Florida and North Carolina are so really like got it down to a science when we get a hurricane. It's like, because they let you, as soon as the threat passes, you are allowed to go back to your homes and start doing things.
Yep.
Family...
The people are willing to
Watch
get
this.
a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours. And that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract.
If
That's going to
individuals
charge him
want to build-
$25,000 to do his lot.
You don't get to talk over the president. You're a mayor. This is how this relationship works.
This is wild.
I think you have emergency powers just like I do. And
Can I say that out of all the MAGA hats, I think I like the one he's wearing the most in terms of the way it looks. It's the least annoying one.
Dark MAGA?
Yeah, well, no. That's not the dark MAGA. The dark MAGA is black on black. That's no. That's
Well, I was just joking. I didn't know there was actually a specific thing called dark MAGA.
There is.
Okay.
There really is. I'm not. Look it up. Look at the dark. There's a dark MAGA hat. I'm not kidding.
exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked.
Yeah, I made it hard. My use of emergency powers to arrest citizens that were going back to their property. That's what I did with mine.
I mean, you have a very powerful emergency power, and you can do everything within.
Oh, Trump also said over the weekend he's gutting FEMA.
24 hours.
Yes.
He said he's transitioning into giving states more power to handle their, like a la Florida, to handle their reliefs and have FEMA just kind of backfill.
And if individuals...
Yeah, because FEMA sucks dick, bro. Florida's living proof that FEMA sucks dick.
Yep.
Like, we don't really fuck with FEMA here. No, like, everyone is self-reliant. Everybody wants to get back to their properties, clear the shit, and just move on with their lives.
to clear out their property, they can. Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back.
So if you want to go to your property, you can. The person just said you couldn't hear them, but can I go back? No, but you just told me I couldn't go back. They go, but you will, though, soon. Watch how long. Think about this. These people without a home. Watch how long she says before she thinks.
Back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
A week. A week. Now, Trump, I got to give him credit. His comeback is pretty good.
That's a long time a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
No, it's not. You don't get to decide. See, this is what you're seeing here.
Nanny state bullshit.
What you're seeing here is the contrast of the two beliefs in this country. Number one, regardless of what you think of Trump, whatever, what he's saying is let people go take care of their own shit. It's if they are willing to undertake the risk, who gives? It's their choice, right? It's their property. And the other side is like, oh no, you can't go out there now. No, what if you get a nail in your finger? You don't know. Because you know why? Because they're so used to having these city and state contracts where then they hire these inspection crews they're going to pay with our...
Yeah, it's all kickbacks. They're losing their kickbacks right now, and they're getting pissed.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's gone. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing. And I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit. And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months.
Look, Trump might not be still learning a lot. I think he learned, I do, especially the first week at least, he's learned a lot about politics and the people you have around you and all that stuff. But the one thing that Trump has always been good at, any real estate or permitting, he is a fucking autist when it comes to that. I've seen him. You can see him talk about it. Like, he knows. Oh, it's LA? Okay, I built the building out here. That's going to take about 18 months. It takes about 18 months. And by the way, 18 months if you got the juice, if you have the Trump money, where you can fucking
also,
throw it.
And forget about LA. I mean, New York is even more heavily fucking, codified. There's all these codes and permits and kickbacks and fucking mafia guys you got to pay off. And like, he knows the whole deal.
This kind of
he
stuff,
knows the struggle.
Yeah, if it was someone the guy, if I were to talk about like real estate, he knows that he dealt with it.
But you said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Because now the people are saying 18 months to just even be able to get a home back up there.
Last night. And that was last night.
On that. Right.
Mr. President.
That's pretty much the clip. Then they move on to other stuff. This bitch. Maybe if you. By the way, I was corrected. The mayor wasn't at a wedding in Ghana. She was at the inauguration of the new Ghanaian president, which, in my opinion, makes it worse. But whatever.
All right.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Here's another one. Dude, I told you I can't keep up. You're going to love this one.
All right, let's begin this half hour with a check of your headlines. President Trump on Friday night firing at least a dozen inspector generals. Those are the...
He fired a dozen inspector generals. That way they couldn't retaliate. They couldn't go. Gone. Bye.
Internal watchdogs who monitor federal agencies. Now, that's according to the Washington Post and the New York Times. The dismissals could violate federal law as the inspector generals are confirmed by the Senate, and any dismissals typically require 30 days notice to Congress. The firings are some of the...
Okay. Well, you know what? Consider this your notice. In 30 days, you're not going to be there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Fine. You can have a paycheck for 4 more weeks, and then you're out of here.
Largest government agencies coming into some of the largest government agencies, including the Department of Defense, the state.
By the way, these inspector generals weren't even doing their jobs up to this point. Or maybe they were. I mean, depending on who they're taking their orders from, right? I guess maybe they were doing their job.
transportation. This is all according to the Post. NBC News has not independently confirmed those firings.
Yeah, they're fired. They don't need to independently confirm them. They're gone. They're gone. All right, let's have a little fun and see. Oh, this one's fucking okay. Did you see the? Did you see?
Also, who's going to complain about that? The Republican-controlled House or the Republican-controlled Senate?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And by the way, Fetterman might even agree at this point with the Fetterman we've been getting lately. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows with them?
Well, President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown is off to a fast start. Fox News has learned that in a 33-hour period between Tuesday morning, very violent
Check this out.
threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal.
Did you see Norm Poster? Because that guy was, I'm not going back to Haiti. Norm Poster just posted a picture of Conan with a coconut going like, why? I heard it's a beautiful place.
That's amazing. Yeah, he's such a good shit poster.
Convictions in recent years.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its...
Obama's doing that.
I know, you're not helping your boy. You're actually hurting your boy.
Targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery.
He has an Interpol red notice. We were letting people into this country not so poorly vetted.
That are wanted by Interpol.
Yeah, Interpol red notice, which means arrest anywhere, extradite. That's what Jason Bourne had.
Yeah, seriously.
No,
I was thinking the same thing too, Jason.
That's what Jason Bourne had, an Interpol red notice.
Yeah, and they recognized him everywhere.
Exactly.
This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
That's fair. That's
Man, these dudes do a lot of rape.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama? And this
more like Skanktuary, am I right, boys?
I hear you, Pessy.
Heyo.
Pessy, I hear you, but where can I get that cool tiger shirt this guy's wearing? 'Cause that's a Bengal tiger.
Any bodega, they're out front on a rack. They're damp.
Okay.
Dominican illegal alien charged with
And as soon as you put it on, like the dye starts getting on your arm.
With a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member.
Womp womp.
Facing gun charges.
And his roommate, who didn't even do anything wrong, but he was illegal.
Says
That
he was
sucks,
released
huh?
from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after
That
ICE determined
sucks, bro.
he's also in the U.S. illegally. This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was
Yeah, knowing Mexicans, you're going to arrest one, but to see all living like 50 people in one apartment complex, it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be easy, bro.
released
Like fish
by
in a barrel.
sanctuary jurisdiction.
Look at Bill Maloogian dressed like a Call of Duty operator.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, I think you're taking this a little too seriously.
Not honoring a detainer. That person was released back
You know
in
how much pussy that guy fucking crushes everywhere he goes? You know he does. Bill Maloogian, you know he does.
the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And that is exactly what border czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bag,
Mike Ehrmantraut
guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally. They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says
that does the entire no half measure speech on TV, and everyone just looks at him. What?
Dude, and you saw how now they just want to use fucking like military planes because you can just stack them so deep.
Yep.
Those fucking things.
Well, did you see what happened with Colombia?
Yeah.
Colombia one's hilarious. We had a plane, and it had a bunch of illegals, and we were going to go drop them off, as we always do. The president wouldn't let the plane land. So Trump went out and he goes, if you don't take these immigrants, we're going to hit you with a 25% tariff today.
Well, you heard the clapback that all the lefties were going with?
Well,
they're like, oh, well, Colombia just said they're going to impose tariffs on our coffee now. And we're like, yeah, that entire continent produces coffee. We'll be fine.
There's coffee everywhere. Have you not listened to all these right-wing grifters?
Yeah.
The one thing we have too much of is coffee companies, honestly.
Well, no, but yeah, all the coffee companies, even the white label shit, it's like either Colombia, Venezuela. It's only like, fucking a couple of countries, but like you can get it from quite a few countries in South America. That whole continent is lousy with coffee.
They're going to be worse off than us. So within 40 minutes, he said he'll send his own plane to bring him back. And the Colombian president who is married was now, because he's talking shit, they have video of him caught out on a date with a trans woman. Almost said the other one.
Oh no.
All right, let's see how everyone's taking on Trump's first 7 days, because we haven't seen meltdowns haven't stopped. We just haven't covered them because so much stuff's happening.
Listen, if I pull up to the Mexican restaurant and I see a truck, because let's face it, it's going to be a truck with a Trump bumper sticker, you're getting keyed.
And if I see you keying my car, I'm going to smash your head through my windshield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I'll get you arrested by the police. That's a
I don't even
felony.
Yeah, that's right. And then I'll get exactly. And then I'll get the fucking chick you work with at Chipotle deported. So why don't you shut up?
See you at Taco Bell. The only thing you get to eat for the rest of your life is plain white bread and mayonnaise. And I know that you were going to eat a lot of that anyway.
Oh, because white people don't eat spice on. You're white, you stupid bitch.
But then why would my truck be at a Mexican restaurant?
All the legal Mexicans that are here are still going to make Mexican food, and it's going to be delicious.
Yeah, you know who else can make Mexican food? White people.
Yeah.
They're called recipes. We already have them.
Yeah.
No, am I wrong?
You're right.
We literally have kits of your food.
Yeah, exactly. I could buy packets of Mexican taco seasoning at Publix right now. Shut up.
Yeah, like listen, you give a man Mexican food, you feed him for a day. But if a man looks up a Mexican recipe online, he eats forever.
That's right. And then he gets indigestion. It's a lot of spices.
It's literally all of your cuisine is built around adding seasoning packets to things we already make, like chili and stuff.
I love that the entire country's falling apart. They're bringing fentanyl in. They're just crushing the system. Americans can't get jobs. And their only argument bad is, but what about the yummy food? It's always the yummy food. What about the yummy food?
But that's all you deserve. You deserve nothing that tastes good for the rest of your life.
Wow, you just woke up and you were like, I'm going to have this haircut and I'm going all in. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I got man, it's just so much. I want to, okay, let me, okay, I want to do this one. Let's do this. Guess who's back? Back again. Wes is back.
Federal
So I saw this. So guess what, boys? Our boy Wes has moved into a new glass house.
Oh, he has a new mansion?
Does he have a better yard guy? Because that guy was the worst, doing his job and everything.
So this is his new house by the way, in Florida with his California plate.
Yeah, you already know how.
By the way, those Lamborghini SVUs, they suck.
Yeah, they're not cool. They're not.
Get a Lamborghini or get an SUV. But Lamborghini SUVs are just shitty Audis.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of spending Lamborghini money and not getting, I don't know, like you said, a Lamborghini.
I drove one. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just a gimmick kind of car, you know?
I play it. Okay. Let's blow it back. It's my birthday.
It's like you know what it is? It's like buying a Bugatti pickup truck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what are you doing?
You like my work truck? It's a McLaren.
Bro, imagine driving a $300,000 McLaren work truck and being afraid to put a paint can in the back.
Yeah, just taking it to your roofing gigs.
Yeah, right?
Blow a lot of money on clothes. Federal. Hey. Blow a lot of money on guns.
What is this music?
Spend a little money on hoes.
YouTube.
Yeah, dude, this is fuckboy rap. This is royalty-free.
Thank you for finding a better word for it.
I'm sorry. This is his new mansion?
Well, McMansion.
This is a downgrade.
Baby mansion.
This is a downgrade from his Star Island one. I
Remember
know where he's at.
But remember, we theorized that when he was like, yeah, I'm looking at this new place, and you were the one that said, oh, you're downgrading because you're probably going broke.
Well, I'm looking at the yard.
He's trying to spin it like, nah, man, we're actually upgrading.
Let me see.
This is actually way cooler because I have a race car bed.
Yeah. He sleeps in a big bed with his whore.
Yeah. But no, it's the house equivalent of getting a divorce and then being like, nah, but it's cool, bro. I can do whatever I want. I can go wherever I want all the time, bro.
Ice on ice. Lost a lot of money in the trap. Didn't got it back off rhyming. Rapping that nigga.
You're really focusing on these. Those are marked. Those lights aren't that expensive. I could go this on Amazon. So let's move on to the next thing.
Fucking off money in the hood. Hit a dice game with they hit for. Shoot some, bet some. Blow a lot of money on rent. I ain't even seen my the convo. 800 a cool. Just enough room to fit me.
Oh, that's a fake. That's a BBL, right? His whore wife has a fake butt.
Yeah, fake butt. Which, by the way, they always look bad.
Yeah.
Have you seen one of those that looks good yet?
Never. Well, if they look, I guess the point is if they look good, you wouldn't tell. You couldn't be able to tell, right?
Yeah, ladies, just do squats.
Yeah.
I'm somebody who actually enjoys rap music, like even some of the hood shit. This is dog shit rap.
Okay, I mean, here I'll put different. How about I put different music?
There was only one guy that was ever good at mumble rap, and it was Future, and that was it. Everybody else sucked.
Okay, I'll do different music. What do you say?
There we go. More appropriate.
It's about penis. Men are from Mars, but I'm from Venus. Put it in the butt, spick him in the shower.
It syncs up good too.
I want to drain the main vein, prostate massage so insane until you scream. I'm so motherfucking gay. Masturbation, ejaculation.
He downgraded. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, that's definitely a downgrade. He's in a regular.
I know where he is. Hey, fuckface. Hey, fuckface. Hey, you fucking asshole. You moved from Star Island to a smaller neighborhood in Sunny Isles. I know where you are.
Oh, is that Sunny? I was going to try to guess. I wasn't going to guess Sunny Isles.
Yeah. You fucking phony. You fucking phony.
Also, can I ask you something? How long do you think he'll last here having neighbors that close to his antics?
Oh, you fucked. He downgraded. Star Island is the most expensive property you get in Miami. Where he is at now is a downgrade. I'm not saying it's not expensive. It is. But it ain't $90K a month like he was paying at the other place.
Yeah, and the property's not as big.
Uh-uh.
It's like an actual, like, street with other... But that's what I'm saying. It's a street with houses, and it's probably a bunch of Russian fucking Jews that are living there. Are these neighbors really going to put up with his fucking bullshit?
I don't know. Let's see the tour. Let's keep going the tour. Little walk tonight.
Oh, is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Couldn't tell.
From the movie Cruisin'. Bro, they're really focused on these light bulbs. This place is not that impressive, dog.
No.
How does...
Dude, me and Royce could get one of these at an Airbnb for like $500 a night.
How does this not have comments? How does this have 12,000 views and no comments? Hold on.
Oh, because he probably buys
He's
views.
deleting them. Or that, yeah.
No, look, 0 comments.
That has to be bought views.
Yeah, no, probably, but he didn't turn comments off, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. And if he's deleting comments, he's not doing it in real time. So like, there'd be at least a couple of comments.
Can I point something else out too? We don't even know if he bought this place. This just looks like it's a real estate guy giving a tour. There's still food in the fridge. Did you see that? So this isn't even his place yet. It's a realtor. Look, there's food in the fridge. So this isn't even his. Hold on. Wait a second. This isn't even his fucking place yet.
That's pretty genius when you think about it. It's like, yo, have somebody tell the real estate guy, like, yeah, we just want to get some video of the whole place so I can decide what I want to do, and then just pass it off like it's your house.
Bro, what a you're such a phony, Wes. You're such a fucking phony. You're such a fucking phony. Oh my God, he's still playing that music. So this house just comes with a motorcycle?
Apparently.
Where is he at specifically? Miami Milf, are you in the chat? She knows the Miami stuff better than me. Where does it look like he's at? Am I close? I think I'm close. How much do you think he spent for that white t-shirt that just says Dolce & Gabbana on it? How much do you think he spent for it? It's got to be ridiculous, right? A ridiculous amount of money. So whoever's living there still living there because look at all the stuff is still in there from the other person.
Or
This is
his chick's place. He's moving in with her.
Mersh, look at the front yard. Look, you could see just looking through the front yard that it's a humongous downgrade from Star Island.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I'm assuming whoever lives there is really into motorcycles.
Yeah. Whoever lives here currently who's not Wes Watson.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Finally.
Both the places. The first house. Recap on both the places. The first house, 10,000 square foot, never lived in. It had that glass TV that also you can turn off the TV and it's a see-through piece of glass.
Yeah, that came out like fucking 6 years ago, dude. That's not like new technology, man.
Where you could park the Bugatti right there.
The level of douchebaggery, the douchebaggery level.
You guys, I need a fucking
Let
garage.
me show you what we got here in the kitchen. This thing's called an oven. It makes things hot that are cold, and then you can eat it.
This driveway.
By the way, in this little neighborhood in Sunny Isle, you're right, Merce. The Jews aren't going to put up with you screaming at the lawn care people.
Oh, hell no.
No. They're not going to put up with any of your loud antics. It's going to be some fucking... A Russian Jew is going to show up on your doorstep with a fucking golf club in his hand,
you're right.
swinging it at the fucking Ring camera, and you're going to be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? And by the way, it's not going to just be some dumb, retarded guy at a gym. It's going to be a scary Russian Jew who's like, what is the fucking noise? What is this fucking noise? Like,
And by the way,
dude,
not
I
if
am
you know, I
sorry.
know this, you were in prison, but that guy was in a Russian prison. So
Yeah.
Main Street is killing me.
Well, you know, there's rumors that when Wes was in prison, he ran with like Aryan gangs, right? I was about to make the joke. There's going to be some old Russian Jew slipping into dementia, is going to take one look at you yelling once and is going to have a flashback that you're that guard. And
just
you're
kill
going
you.
to die.
Fucking garage. This driveway, living on this main street is killing me. I just need more peace. That place was a lot bigger. It's brand new. Nobody's lived in it. I mean, those were the positives of that place. I liked everything about it. Didn't really like the backyard, but whatever the fuck. Got a mega yacht driving by the backyard right here, right now. This shit, Miami is so fucking sick. Second house, someone lives
So
in
sick,
Bro,
dude.
he's a sick pup.
it.
So fucking sick.
The backyard was nicer, but there was too many exposed wires. There was too much like unfinished shit. I don't like anything needing to be finished. I
What?
like everything.
That's why none of my girlfriends have ever come.
You finish around me, and then you are finished.
It's over. I don't even let the long guys finish. I scream at them. I don't let anybody finish. No one
Let
finishes.
the long guys. All my lawns are halfway done.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's why I have a beard. That's why I only trim half my beard, dude. I don't finish. I don't ever finish anything, dude.
Everything perfect.
Only
There was
exception I make is a dude finishing on my back.
Yeah.
6,500 square feet, but it had, some extra stuff, a gym. It had a fucking, the other one had a gym though too, right? The first one? They showed pictures of one, I thought. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to look at the places. We're going to see what's up. We might stay here, but I just...
Can I ask an honest
like how-
question? Like, Royce, let's say you and Marie sold your house, and you're like, you know what, we're gonna get a little upgrade. We're gonna get a little nicer place. Could you ever picture yourself making this video?
Yeah.
Like, could you ever picture yourself making a video showing your house?
It's such like douchebag behavior. Like everything about it is like, what is your mental? Nobody really cares about. Like you're too old for this to matter. You know what I mean?
God, I need that video in my life. I need Royce going around being like, yeah, so it's a new type of garage where the front is glass so everyone can see my sick cars.
No, but
and the pool, I got an infinity pool. And fucking, it's like, dude, stop. Nobody cares about your cool shit.
We just hung out with somebody who, in my opinion, has more money than this guy has.
Definitely has more money than Wes Watson.
And you would never know it.
Unpretentious, non-douchebag dude ever.
You would never know it. Not the way he dresses, not the way he talks, not the way he acts. Nice guy. You would never know it.
He dresses hilariously down.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where, all right, can I tell the story of the steakhouse?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
First day we're in Vegas, right? I'm wearing literally what I'm wearing now, like this shitty yellow mustard shirt and fucking my red sweatpants. And I was just down gambling in the daytime, like whatever. I'm like, let me know when we're doing dinner. And Royce is like, hits the gym and he's like, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get some drinks, play some video poker. Fucking, I text Royce because he's like, yo, we're leaving at like 9, so be ready. And I'm like, all right. And I text Royce and I'm like, should I change? Because we're going to like a steakhouse, right? I want to make sure I look nice. And Royce is like, I'm just going to throw on a polo shirt and jeans. Like, I'm not going to look like a bum. I was like, yeah, I look like a bum. So I'm going to change, right? I put on a jacket and stuff. Right? We get there. Dude was just wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants and sneakers.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, come on, bro, let's go in. And then he literally told us later on, he goes, we were like, yeah, were you like dressed too down in here? And he goes, oh yeah, dude. He's like, I'm one of the only guys they'll let just roll in like in a hoodie like this.
He goes,
Give a shit.
They put a note. They put a note on his account saying no dress code required.
So it's just, he's loaded, but he's not like, dude, check out my sick fucking Bugatti, bro. Look at my fucking shit. No, he literally is like, no, let's get some drinks. Let's go. Oh no, he doesn't drink. That's right. He's like, let's just gamble. Let's go get some steaks.
Yeah.
And like, let's just hang out. But it was at no point did I like, I honestly like I automatically hate people with money because they're almost always douchey.
Yeah.
In some way within 24 hours, they'll do something that I'm like, oh, what a fucking douchebag.
Right.
Not once.
No.
To like do anything douchey. I was just like, oh, this guy just has money. And it's like, yeah, I don't care, man. You guys want to gamble? You guys want to do
No,
some
it's
shit?
fun because he's a fucking old O&A guy, so we're just talking about O&A. It's bro, awesome dude. And that level where you people that have when you make enough when you have enough money, you don't really need to show it off. Like, why would you? It's you could do whatever you want. You know, this whole fucking making Mersh, he's not even making a video of a house that he lives in. He's making a video of houses he might potentially buy to show how much money he has that he could. That's even douchier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't like how much fucking traffic is right out front of my house.
You live in Miami.
Like that here, but I love Miami and love this fucking area. You can't beat this area. If you're someone who's wanting,
Yeah, you can. Fort Lauderdale.
to shoot content, level up, build your brand, be online, there's nowhere better than this area. Any type of business is done massively well here. This is just a spot. Let's see what place we pick in the future. You guys are coming with us regardless, wherever the fuck we go. Try it. Yes, you can. Look at, she's dying about it. Just try. What place do you like, babe? What do you like about the first place? What do you like the most?
I like the first place because it's a bigger house. I could be as far away from you as possible.
I like the big one where I don't have to hear you as loudly.
I really love the first place.
Oh, you nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Better, too much better. Like
God, she's not even good looking. Like these girls that have all this fucking work done, they look like trannies. I'm like, why is this? It's not a good look.
No, a lot of Blair White energy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's there are literally girls right now that work at like the Wing House in Lakeland that are better looking than this. Every girl that works at Twin Peaks in Lakeland is better looking than this.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with most Twin Peaks girls probably look better than this bitch.
You should see the Lakeland ones, bro.
Is it good? Are they good? Are they good?
She looks like a fucking Looney Tune when they get their lips slammed in a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the Twin Peaks by me, like, because I've been to enough, like, I've eaten out enough and gone to enough bars and restaurants. Like, I know Lakeland very well at this point. And, like, even the gimmicky places where it's, like, hot chicks, they're usually kind of, I've literally gone to Twin Peaks twice, and I sit there and just try to figure out, I'm like, where did they find all of these hot chicks? Like, they have to be coming from Tampa and shit. Like, Lakeland doesn't have as many hot chicks.
So you like that pool?
Yeah.
The pool had like blue tile that was from like 1990.
I love it.
That must be some Brazilian shit.
Not only does he have money, but he buys things and he doesn't even understand why they're expensive. He just knows other people say they're expensive. Like Bugattis are expensive, so I buy a Bugatti. But here's the reality of it. There's cars that are way more fun to drive, way cooler, and still super expensive and not spending on a Bugatti. Bugatti is such a fucking waste of fucking money. It's so stupid. It's one of the dumbest cars you could buy. Even if you're into sports cars. I don't get it. Bro, buy yourself an old Lambo. Like, you know what I mean? Or a Ferrari. I get all that. I don't understand the Bugatti thing. I just don't.
What else
It's
you
a gimmick.
like? Big
Yeah.
closet.
It's also a gimmick because if you look at how Bugatti markets their cars, they do that classic, like, we only make so many of them,
Yeah.
and like we only make so many of this series, and it's like they make it's like diamonds, bro. Like the way diamonds are priced, it's just like this artificially made up like value, and they're like, well, real diamonds are rare, and it's like you can make diamonds in a lab.
That's my whole
Like,
point.
you know
'cause
what I mean?
so
Like,
pe-
it's
so pe-
not-
so
they're
pe- pe- That's a great. It's funny. I was talking to someone else about that today. It's like, so lab grown diamonds, unless you like, the normal person will not know the difference, right? Like, if you test it, of course you could tell. But who cares, right? Like, exactly. It's rare. Exactly. When it's rare, there's only 5 of them. There's only 3 of them. They've only make 100 of them. Do you want to be one of them? Or you're going to get this a year in advance. It's the rarity thing. It's like I have this and nobody else has it. That's all.
Well, also, what's really hilarious about the whole thing is that diamonds really aren't even rare. It's just that a couple of companies hoard all of them. So they just keep them off the market, like the natural diamonds, so that they are rare. But they're not rare. It's just somebody's hoarding all of them.
Then Adam Sandler gets killed at the end. I remember. I've seen the movie.
It's so sad.
What a good movie that was.
It's such a great ending.
If you have TikTok downloaded on your phone and you're looking to sell it, GameStop says it'll buy it off of you.
Okay, I don't know who.
Oh, this is a little late to the party, huh?
This guy definitely has TikTok on his phone, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, he has Telegram on his phone.
GameStop says it'll buy it off of you. TikTok was taken
Was
off
that a good investment?
I think that it's good, even though it came back.
Apple and Google App
One
Stores
day
on
later.
Saturday ahead of a ban in the United States, but the servers are still up and running.
Oh,
Customers
you have
can
a
earn cash
functioning
or store-
iPhone 14 with TikTok on it. I could give you $18 worth of trade-in.
I like it. The servers are still up. Shut up. You
Could you imagine the fucking offers that GameStop was giving on brand new iPhones? Yeah, I could give you like 25 in store trade, or I could give you like 20 cash.
This one's wild. Okay, we have time for this one. Okay.
Parents reacting to the arrest of an elementary school principal.
Now, okay, I heard this at first and it didn't nail into me. So I want we don't have a lot of time. I want you to remember this elementary school, okay? Not middle school, not high school, elementary school. Okay, here you go.
Parents reacting to the arrest of an elementary school principal and a third-grade teacher. This all stems from a rowdy house party with more than 100 teens in Brevard County.
Fox 35 was the only station there as police were outside that principal's house today. And Fox 35's Chancellor Wynn is live in Cocoa Beach tonight. So, Chancellor, the community is in shock over these arrests.
I doubt it.
Yeah, John Luan, we've been speaking with parents from Cocoa Beach Junior Senior High School. Those lights actually right there are the ones lighting up the school's parking lot. Now, those parents tell me they're shocked a bit, but not entirely about the arrest of a teacher and a parent from this school. This is Roosevelt Elementary School. Now, again, it's a teacher and the principal of this school have been arrested. A father telling me nothing really surprises him anymore, but a mother speaking out says she's beginning to question her trust in educators.
Now? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm starting to be concerned.
You know what, guys?
I'm starting to think these schools aren't doing a good job.
Maybe Trump had something with that, eliminating the Department of Education.
To know that these kinds of things are happening is terrifying.
An underage house party at a Brevard County principal's home.
Why would a principal throw an underage house party?
I could answer that, but I don't want to say
Yeah.
anything that might get us sued.
I don't want to say it.
Home ends with first responders treating a heavily intoxicated juvenile in the front yard.
What?
The kid got too drunk and he was probably fucked up in the front yard, so somebody called the cops.
Elizabeth Hill Brodigan was seen by an officer at the top of her driveway, who then returned inside her residence and turned out the outside lights, causing the EMS workers to not be able to see to treat the juvenile.
Hill Brodigan is the principal at Theodore Roosevelt Elementary School, and Cocoa Beach police say around 100 kids were partying at her home on Sunday night and drinking alcohol that was available in coolers throughout the house.
So it
This is
doesn't
wild,
seem
dude.
like the party was for elementary school kids. It seems like it was high school kids. She just happened to be an elementary school teacher. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if we're going to get the info, but it kind of feels like maybe one of her teenagers was throwing a party and she was having like, well, as long as you drink under my house kind of things, you know? That's what
Still
I'm
a
thinking.
fucking stupid fucking move.
Especially if you're a fucking principal. 100% agree. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to figure out why they've had coolers and stuff.
A nearby traffic stop landed one juvenile in jail, charged with a DUI.
They're the most precious things to you, your children, and you're trying to raise them well, and then they have this influence in their life. It's
Dude, your most precious thing is your children because you don't have a fucking Bugatti.
That's true. That's true.
You know, it just breaks my heart.
Police say a Theodore Roosevelt Elementary School teacher, Carly Anderson, was also at the party, intoxicated.
Okay, so it's even worse if that they were also drunk with the kid.
These kids, they trust teachers, they trust the administrators, and when you have someone betray that trust and lead these kids down a path like that, it's sad and scary all at the same time.
A mother of 2 Brevard Public School teens says this is something she never expected in her school district. Hill Brodigan is facing charges of child neglect, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and holding an open house party.
That's a crime? The last one?
Holding an open house party seems weird.
The other two, I'm 100% on board. Can I say that? But there's a law that you can't have an open house party? I feel like, no, fuck off, right? It's my house.
While Anderson
there must be some kind of criteria to that law. Like I'm sure it has to be something like having having a house party, like the way they do it with the Airbnbs, where they'll have like 700 people come to their house, where it becomes like a public nuisance. I don't know. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but then again, it is the government.
If I can find the law in Florida, it's illegal to host an open house party. Oh. It's a specific rule. You were right, Mersh. You want me to read it? In Florida, it's illegal to host an open house party where minors consume alcohol or drugs.
Oh yeah,
it's only called that if they're minors. You could throw a house party with a bunch of adults. They don't care. Okay.
That makes sense.
First offense is a second-degree misdemeanor. Subsequent offenses, and you go bodily injury, elements of the crime. The person legal represents.
Open house party, while Anderson has charges of child neglect and contributing.
In Florida, it's also legal to show the movie house party.
Well,
to the delinquency.
That's actually, you're wrong. That's not a state law. Those are certain county ordinances.
That's fair. Polk's one of them.
Polk County is totally. It's a felony.
I remember. That's kid versus play, right?
That was kid versus play.
Yes.
That is correct. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Not to be confused with Chris versus Cross, which is a different thing.
Now, detectives say
they were both arguing because one of them was like, no, Chris is the one that made people jump, and Cross was taking all the credit. But it was like a Hall & Oates situation, and they were like, no, Chris Cross will make you jump.
They've interviewed nearly 100 kids from...
And then Jermaine Dupri completely abandoned them and went on to make music with Jay-Z.
And then the other guy was like, hello, Daddy Mac can make you jump too. Hello, I'm here also.
Yeah, okay, Daddy Mac, cool. Yeah, give me my fries. That's great, Daddy Mac. You know what else is great? Nightwave tonight.
Yep, we'll be there at 10 p.m. sharp.
All right.
It's very sharp.
Xander Invictus, here's the thing about the house vid. It's not his furniture. They still set that up for a housing show. They're really I know what you're saying, but there was food in the fridge. No, the owner of the house is still kind of living there. Nightwave tonight, 10 p.m. Pessy, you'll be up next.
Yes, I will read.
Rumble willing. And Virgie wasn't feeling good. He bounced off like very early, so he's not here. He died.
Virgie thought he was quiet.
No.
I know, it was great. It was awesome. Felt like Frozen was back. Guys, we're out of here. Oh, sign up to our locals, guys, please. Help us out. $7 a month. You really help us. All right. I love you guys. Stay back.